Greetings, Internet people. I'm Ranning Ramsey, and I'm going to start off today by asking for your patience. I've had a very long day at work, and I'm very tired, and my throat is very sore, so it's going to be kind of hard for me, but something I'd really like to talk to you about. And you have to forgive me also for being kind of on a serious kick lately. I promise I'll try to get back to trying to be funny soon. But this is something that I was thinking about and I really wanted to make a video about. And you're going to have to also forgive me because I have a lot of notes for this video because there were a lot of things I wanted to talk about, and it was very specific things that I wanted to say, and sometimes I can get caught up in the moment and forget what it is that I'm trying to say specifically. So I've made a lot of notes. I'm going to be reading off my screen a lot, so forgive me for the lack of eye contact. And what got me thinking about this, once again I will link the article that started this whole ball rolling, was two new laws that Nebraska passed. And one of them is they both have to do with abortion, and one of them is a ban on abortion at the 20-week term limit. And the argument used to justify the 20-week ban is based on the testimony of some doctors, some of it given during a 2005 congressional hearing. They contend there is substantial evidence that by 20 weeks, fetuses seek to evade stimuli in a way that indicates they are experiencing pain. So they're saying that it's basically cruel to abort a fetus because it can feel the pain after 20 weeks. And the other requires women to be screened before having abortions for mental health issues and other risk factors, indicating if they might have problems afterward. And you can read more in depth about those two laws in the linked article. But honestly, that exact issue is not the focus of what I'm trying to talk to you about. So please don't send me a lot of comments about that about abortion. That's really not the specific issue that I'm talking about. Watch on to find out what it is. And here we go. The focus here is not my opinion. So I am not going to offer you my opinion. I want to know what your opinion is on the issues that I'm about to ask you about. I know what my opinion is, and my mind is pretty much made up. No one is really going to have a very good chance at swaying my opinion on this, and I'm really not trying to bring anyone around to my side nor way of thinking. Thus, it would be pointless, in my opinion, to offer you my opinion. That's kind of funny. So, but what I want to know, the purpose of this video is to find your opinion on the key issue that I'm going to be getting at in a very roundabout way as of now. A certain school of thought would say that these new laws are enforcing morality upon the masses. In this, there is, however, a possible contradiction in terms, and let me show you why. The term morals is commonly defined in 5 distinct but inseparable ways. Number 1, of, pertaining to, or concerned with the principles or rules of right conduct and the distinction between right and wrong, ethical or moral attitudes. Number 2, expressing or conveying truths or counsel as to right conduct, as a speaker or a literary work. Number 3, founded on the fundamental principles of right conduct rather than on legalities, enactment, or custom. Number 4, capable of conforming to the rules of right conduct. Number 5, conforming to the rules of right conduct. Now, did you catch the contradiction in there? The third definition of morals itself offers that morals and legalities should be separate things. However, one could say that our Constitution and laws themselves are founded in our moral beliefs as a society. But by whose morals? We all know that different examples of humanity can have drastically different views on what is right and wrong, so who is to say what is right? Do we go by consensus? If so, why do we not take a person-by-person vote on these issues and tally them up number to number and go by a true majority rules, as we claim to? Why do we let elected officials whose values are often not indicative of the constituency make decisions that are obviously so important to the citizenry as to cause protest, violence, and on rare occasion death? But if by general vote, what happens in a split decision? what if we as a nation are honestly split down the middle on an issue? What then? Do we force 50% of the people into a law which they do not approve of? Can we compromise and have it both ways? That is what I really want to know. Every single question that I just asked are really the focus of what I'm trying to get at here. That is what I want to know from you people. I have my own theories and ideas as to the answers to these questions, and if you really want to know them, I'm sorry, but once again, it's not really the point of what I'm trying to say or do here. But I genuinely, honest to fucking non-God, want to know what you think the answers to these questions are. Please remember, I am not specifically asking you your opinions on abortion. Yes, I know that is the issue that I use as an example in the article for this video, but it is not your opinions on that issue that I am after. I want to know what you think about the concept of morality being what we use to govern ourselves, if that should be right, or if we should use something a little more colder, a little more logical. And if you want to remember, or if you need to remember the questions that I asked in that big long block, just rewind the video a little bit and write them down or something, because I seriously would like to know what you people think the answers are to those questions. Because I know what I think the answers are to a lot of those questions. And someday I might share my opinions with that, can't fucking talk today. See, I go off the script, I'm done reading everything that I've fucking written down, all of a sudden I can't fucking speak properly. I think you guys get the fucking point that I'm trying to make here, is that I want to know what you think about pretty much the questions that I asked, because I think it could provide a lot of insight into, you know, the way people think, and maybe, you know, just maybe it might incite someone to want to do something, you know, productive, logical. Maybe, you know, people who don't agree could get together and agree on something. I don't know. You know, who knows what can happen, but I'm not going to throw my opinion at you this time. I want to know what your fucking opinion is, okay? So, I'm Raining Ramsey. That wasn't really a rant. That's just a big, long fucking question. Peace.